bunch of internet friends getting together to put together a bid on a very rare physical copy of the U.S. Constitution. This story is just really fun and crazy. Started out really small, gathered some meme momentum, and everybody's trying to get in on this thing now. A DAO could be the owner of a rare copy of the U.S. Constitution. This is a fun story. This speaks to some of the excitement around some of these Web3 collectives where a bunch of people on the internet rally in a Discord, pool funds, pool connections, and potentially own a piece of U.S. history. What will they think of next, those DAOs? This is some crazy stuff. I'm going to toss this straight to Will for his take. I know he's a history buff and also, a bit of an Ethereum nerd. So I'm going to toss it straight to you.
So all my information on this article is based on Twitter. So who knows if it's accurate or not, of course. But I'll say it anyways.
Most accurate place.
Huge. It is. There's like some really good information on Twitter. It's also a lot of misleading stuff. I saw that like the multi-sig, which is the contract behind the scenes that allows people to interact with like the Constitution once they are able to buy it, would be a 9 out of 13 multi-sig, which 13 colonies, right? So there you go. That's some great history for you guys this morning. There's some other interesting little things that are going along with this. I saw an amazing video. Everyone should go watch it. I think it's on the Constitution DAO Twitter page. Some guys put together like a 2-minute video singing about this. So there's like a lot of meme energy behind this DAO booting up, which is just fantastic. It's good to have some enthusiasm and energy as Bitcoin's price is also tanking right now and Ethereum's price is tanking a little bit. And like the whole backdrop of the story, I missed all of that, but it's wild to see what happens when 10 people just get organized and excited about an idea and they're just pooling funds to buy a copy of the US Constitution, which I didn't know there was like more than one copy. I thought there was just like the one, but apparently there's multiple out there. Jen, I'll throw it down to you.
I just wanted to say I laughed out loud when I read this story because the subhead says, what started as 10 internet friends is now an 8,000 strong Discord channel. And then the second sentence of the story says, what started as a pie in the sky dream last Thursday to form a DAO. Last Thursday, okay? It hasn't even been a week. And these people have banded together and raised $4 million and are going to buy, I think, the only privately held copy of the Constitution, which is amazing. I love the internet. And I ended up on a blog post this morning on the Constitution DAO webpage. And there's a quote from it. It said, it's a bridge between Web3 and America. We, the people, are going to buy the Constitution. And I just think that's great. But I think, Zach, I saw your hand and Naomi's. So
Zach, you
go
first.
It's like they have a week to spin this up, and they sort of mention Andrew Thurman did a really great job of talking to some of the people involved in this thing, and they mentioned we only have 7 days, right? This auction occurs at Sotheby's on this Thursday, I believe. So that time pressure, that compressed time window has been to their advantage, and people are like hopping on board and like trying to get involved, and it's interesting to see them sort of spin up all this work of community building taking place in a matter of days. So going to be interesting to see if they get it. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with it if they get it. They're talking about maybe like, they need to find archival facilities to store it. They're talking about maybe taking it on tour. There's a lot of nods to one person in the story is quoted as saying, I think this energy must be similar to what they were feeling in the Constitutional Congress way back when. So interesting to see a bunch of, Ethereum and history nerds pile on to this project. But I'll toss it over to Naomi. Looks like we're getting a quick update. $5.4 million. That's about 1,200 ETH has been raised so far. We'll see if they can get over the finish line by Thursday. Naomi, what are your thoughts?
And what I immediately thought of was the barriers to entry that things like this would usually have. Generally, you have ultra wealthy people who are able to bid on these like rare artifacts and amazing art pieces, and they have the resources to take ownership of that. And it's really out of the reach of most ordinary people. And what DAOs have done, and what this decentralization of companies, decentralization of trust has enabled, is it's enabled average people to potentially participate in these things, to have like a percentage of something, to have fractional ownership of these, momentous historic artifacts. And so that's really exciting. Like, I really loved that when I read this story, that you could have all these people participating and they can all throw in a chunk of money, and they perhaps get a token that represents partial ownership, and then they can vote to say like what happens with this. As Zach said, it could go on tour, it could do a bunch of different things. And I just think that's the coolest thing, that blockchain has just done such an amazing job at democratizing so much of our lives, and the potential of that is really exciting to me. But I'll hand it off to you, Will.
I'm thinking about the Wu-Tang copy or version of an album. That was only one of them that Pleaser DAO purchased a few weeks ago. What ended up happening with that? Who's controlling it? So that makes me think of what's going to happen with the Constitution here. Who's going to be holding it? Zach, do you know by chance?
I don't know. I just know it's a DAO, and it was the copy that was seized from Martin Shkreli from the U.S. government. So it's in control of that DAO. So I think people saw that. People saw the excitement around that, and they said, "Hey, why don't we just go for this Constitution, this old piece of parchment? We can do it." And I think there's going to be other projects like this that follow as DAOs gain momentum. But there's a lot of questions to be worked out, right? A lot of legal questions. How do you deal with these entities? Where is this? How do we view this entity in the eyes of the law? And how do we view the people participating in it? Right? Are they part owners of this weird collective that we don't quite know yet? Wyoming is a state that's tried to get some law on the books around DAOs, but still some of these questions remain open-ended. Naomi, I saw your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. So it says on their website that Constitution DAO is seeking an esteemed partner to publicly display the Constitution. The eventual home must have the expertise to properly house, store, maintain the artifact. And additionally, the community has expressed strong preferences for institutions that are free to the public and willing to cover the costs associated with housing the document. So I presume that they're going to, by some voting mechanism, determine as a DAO what's going to happen with this. And that's really what their preference is right now. But I saw your hand go up, Will, so I'll throw to you.
My hand didn't go up, but I will say that I will gladly take the Constitution free of charge here, and I will take care of it for everybody. So if you want to send it my way, that is cool.